want to make a couple videos today about anxiety. They'll probably be kind of long, that's why I'm going to split them up. But basically, when I was a teenager and I was in counseling the first time, I was told that I had an anxiety disorder. And I thought, this is ridiculous, like, I'm depressed, I don't have anxiety. But looking back on it now, I kind of wonder if I do have an anxiety disorder, and I know that I have excessive amounts of stress and anxiety a lot of the time. And I've sort of been like in denial about it, I think, because if you have a lot of stress and you have a lot of anxiety over especially little things or things that aren't that important or maybe irrational things, you know, people look at you like, God, you're like weak, you can't handle the stress. And you know, I haven't wanted to be seen that way, like whether it's anxiety, bipolar, you know, any kind of mental illness, depression. Like, you don't come out and say those things to people. I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way. At least I don't, because I don't want to be looked at as like a lesser person, as a weaker person. And so I think all these years, even though I've had a lot of problems with anxiety, I've just kind of been in denial and pushed it aside, like whatever, and come up with excuses. Oh, I'm stressed because of this, or I'm stressed because of that. And in reality, a lot of the times I'm stressed over nothing, for things that are really, really small or not like that important. Like, just for example, like right now in this moment I feel stressed and anxious. Like, you can probably tell just by the way I'm talking. It's just, my heart is like racing right now. And it's really stupid. It's like, why am I anxious? I'm anxious about my kids that I just put down for a nap. It's like, why, you know, why be anxious over that? It's stupid. But the way my anxiety works is like, I have all these questions, all these what-ifs constantly about everything that goes on around me. So like, I put my kids down for a nap and I'm thinking, okay, what if they don't sleep? Okay, what if they destroy their room? What if they have an accident because they're in the middle of potty training? You know, what if this, what if that? And what am I going to do if this happens? And I think that's the big thing, is not only the what if it happens, but what am I going to do if that happens? And I feel that I have to prepare myself for any situation that arises, I suppose. So, for me, uncertainty really amps up my levels of anxiety. Any kind of uncertainty, I just can't stand it. And I'm not a spontaneous person at all. I have to have things planned out, like, very meticulously to know what's going on in order to feel comfortable with it. Which is another sign that I have, you know, a problem with anxiety. So, I mean, those are the things that I feel, things that I experience, you know, and the what-ifs, they just plague me, and they're horrible. And, you know, sometimes it's even when dealing with people, like, well, if I say this to this person, what are they going to say, and what am I going to respond, or, you know, what if they react in this manner, then what am I going to, you know, do back, or just really silly little things that are unimportant that nobody else probably even notices, but I am like acutely aware of, I guess. So it's really hard for me to make this video because I'm admitting that I have this problem with anxiety, and that I probably always will, that I always have. And I don't know, I think that the bulk of that stems from my childhood, which I'm going to stop this video now and move on to another video so that I can talk about that.